Hey guys, I'm going to show you today how to control a Hughes & Kettner Tubemeister36 from a Line6 Pod HD500. So basically a few things that you need: obviously a Tubemeister36, a Line6 Pod HD500, a standard 5-pin DIN MIDI cable, and obviously a computer with the pod editing program. So first things first, turn your amp on, turn the pod on, connect your 5-pin cable to the MIDI in socket of the Tubemeister36. Now it is a 7-pin socket, but a standard 5-pin cable will plug into it anyway. And then plug that into the output socket of the MIDI on your Pod 500, and now you're ready to go. You can open up your Line6 Pod edit program on your computer. Obviously you need to have that connected via USB on your computer, so that you can control the parameters of the pod through your computer. So basically what you can do is go grab a new preset that you haven't done anything with. I'll click that one. So this is what it'll bring up. You'll have your effects, amps, mixer, controllers. Controllers is what we want to use mainly. And you've got this MIDI assigned section here. Now I don't know a hell of a lot about MIDI, but I was able to work this out. So hopefully I can help at least a couple of people out there that are struggling to work out how this works. Basically the Tubemeister36 has a standard default setting for all its different presets that you can access. There is other ways to access more features, but basically this is the standard settings here. So you've got clean with a 36 watt power soak, effects loop off, reverb on, and through to clean on 18 watts with the reverb on, or clean 5 watts, crunch 5 watts with effects loop and reverb off. These are just the standard settings. There are ways to get other settings that they do show you in the manual for the Tubemeister36. I'm not too concerned about that. I'm probably going to just use this to change between clean and lead channels really while using presets on my pod. So to access that, basically we need to just hit the MIDI channel selection here and change that to bass. You can choose whatever foot switch you want to have within this preset. So for 5C, I'm only going to use foot switches 1, 2, 3 and 4, because I have my pod set up so that 5 through to 8 are patches A through to D. So if I were to hit foot switch 5, it would change your amp setting. So you could also use it for that as well. If you say had a preset on 5A that you had 4 different effects you wanted to use, but you wanted to hit 5 as either you wanted to make that crunch. But anyway, so we're going to hit MIDI channel and put that on bass. For the starters, I'm just going to have foot switch 1 do the control change, or program change I should say. We're going to change the message to program change, and then program number. Now this number here relates to these MIDI programs here. So MIDI program 1 is actually going to be program number 0, as they do. There's 128 program changes you can do, but it starts at 0 rather than 1. So every number here will be 1 less on the Pod HD500. So if I choose, let's say 6, and that's going to be 5, so clean 18 watts with reverb on, and so that's 6 program change for switch 1. That's got the star there, so I'm just going to send that to my board, and now that should change that. So you should be able to hear my guitar playing. So now at the moment it's on clean on full 36 watts. So if I hit 5C and I hit channel 1, that has just changed it to the wrong one. Sorry. So that's lead 18 watts there. But anyway, you guys get the picture. If I click the preset again, it goes back to what it was before anyway. So that's a very basic way of getting the Line 6 to switch channels. Obviously, if you have an effect on the same foot switch as the MIDI, that will turn if you don't have that amp setting on it as it was, it's going to change it to what you've set it as. So program 4 is clean 18 watts. So you can hear the clean, it's on 18 watts, which I can tell by looking at the power soak at the back of the amp. And obviously the reverb is on. I've got it up fairly high, so you can really tell that it's on. And but you can also see that I do have a modulation effect on that foot switch as well. So if I turn that on now, it still does its program change for the MIDI with the 18 watt clean on reverb, but now I also have the the modulation effect with it. So anyways, I hope that helps some of you people out there with working that one out. And yeah, thanks for watching.